While doctors and scientists research ways into healthy living that involve regular exercise, no smoking, moderate drinking, and probably lots of kale, the world's oldest people seem to have different ideas. Top List presents 10 Crazy Secrets for Living a Long Life by people over 100. Number 10. Elizabeth Sullivan. A Fort Worth, Texas woman who turned 105 in March 2016 credits a very special doctor for her good health and longevity. Dr. Pepper. Elizabeth Sullivan fell in love with the soft drink 40 years ago when she was in her 60s. She says of the 23-flavored drink, "People try to give me coffee for breakfast. Well, I'd rather have a Dr. Pepper. I started drinking them about 40 years ago, 3 a day. Every doctor that sees me says they'll kill you, but they die, and I don't. So there must be a mistake somewhere." She says that the secret to living a long life outside of her 3-can-a-day soda habit is not much of a secret. It's just keep living. Number 9. Clara Meadmore. Clara Meadmore, Britain's oldest virgin, lived to be 108. She often attributed her longevity down to her abstinence. Clara never had sex because she was too busy for intimate relationships, which seemed like a lot of hassle. She abstained as a young woman in order to concentrate on earning a living. The retired secretary said sex meant marriage during her youth in the 1920s and 1930s, and she was never interested in settling down. Instead of boyfriends, Clara filled her time with reading, gardening, cooking, and listening to the radio. Clara was born in Glasgow in 1903, just 2 years after the death of Queen Victoria. She remembered and often talked of the Titanic sinking and the outbreak of the First World War. She passed away in 2011. Jessie Gallen, 109, Scotland's then oldest woman, said the secret to living a long life was staying away from men. Number 8. Agnes Fenton. The centenarian has surprised her relatives and doctors with her iron constitution. She justifies her lifespan in good shape with the special diet she has followed for 70 years. New Jersey resident Agnes Fenton chalks her long life up to the wonders of the Miller High Life. Fenton claims that following a benign tumor many years ago, her doctor gave her this sage advice: drink 3 Miller High Lifes a day. What a cool doctor. So for the last 70 years, Fenton has been doing just that, coupling her 3 daily beers with a shot of scotch. At 111 years old, she still has good eyesight and hearing and has no particular health issues. However, her nursing staff decided to end that diet when they noticed she didn't eat as much as she used to. When asked if they would let her enjoy a shot on her birthday, Fenton answered like a true 111-year-old boss. They better. Number 7. Pearl Cantrell. In 2013, a 105-year-old Texas woman, who became a widow at age 38 and worked as everything from a cotton picker to a hay baler while raising 7 kids on her own, said bacon is her secret to her longevity. "I love bacon. I eat it every day. It's got to be crispy," Pearl Cantrell said, continuing, "I don't feel as old as I am. That's all I can say." Cantrell loves bacon so much that when Oscar Mayer heard of her affinity for it, they gave her a lifetime supply. The company also took her for a ride on the streets of her hometown of Richland Springs, Texas, in one of its Wienermobiles. "That was so much fun," she said, "and getting all that bacon, I love that." We don't know if Pearl is still with us in spirit, but with all that lifetime supply of bacon at her disposal, we assume she is. Pearl Cantrell died on February 13th, 2014, just 1 month short of her 106th birthday. Number 6. Emiliano Mercado del Toro. At 114, Del Toro became the oldest documented living person on Earth on December 11th, 2006. While many supercentenarians have held this title at some point in their lives, Del Toro was one of the few men ever to do so, with the 16 previous title holders all being female. As the oldest verified military veteran, Del Toro is also remembered for his sense of humor and love for women. He credited his long life to funch, a traditional Puerto Rican dish consisting of cornmeal and codfish. Mercado also claimed that his sense of humor was probably responsible for his long life. He loved women, but never married or had children. He said he had 3 girlfriends, or love interests, in his life. Number 5. Pauline Spagnola. Pauline Spagnola, who celebrated her 100th birthday, said that the key to her longevity is a lot of booze. Pauline Spagnola said her drink of choice is a local favorite, the gold medal Stegmaier beer brewed right at the London Brewery and Wilkes Bar. For her 100th birthday, the company surprised her with a case of that brew, as well as its summer brew and a case of root beer. Pauline says she guzzles down a couple brews a day. I have one at noon, one in the evening, one before going to bed. It puts me to sleep. Golden Living Center Activities Director Debbie Taylor said, as long as there's no restrictions with medication or any dependency issues, there's nothing wrong with having a beer here or there. Number 4. Suzanne Musat Jones. Suzanne Musat Jones, born in 1899, was an American supercentenarian who was, at the age of 116 years and 311 days, the world's oldest living person and the last living American born in the 19th century. She believed eating bacon is the secret to a long life. She had it every day for breakfast at her Brooklyn nursing home and continues to eat it throughout the day. She chews a lot of Doublemint gum, 4 or 5 sticks at a time. Throughout her life, Jones lived simply. No parties, smoking, or alcohol. She never wore makeup or dyed her hair. She sleeps about 10 hours a day and attributes not being married to her longevity. Number 3. Batuli Lamashane. Nepalese centennial Batuli Lamashane, who was born in 1903, boiled her longevity down to smoking 30 cigarettes a day. She's been a heavy smoker for almost 100 years and says the key to a long life is being stress-free. Despite overwhelming medical evidence that shows the clear and grave health effects related to tobacco, the 112-year-old insists there's nothing wrong with smoking, though she does make a point of avoiding commercial cigarettes and buys them locally made in Nepal. Miss Lamashane does not live in a nursing home and does all of her household chores herself. Number 2. Antonio Docampo Garcia. Antonio Docampo Garcia insisted he only drank homemade wine, never water, and could drink up to 4 bottles a night. Although he died at the age of 107, he was over a century old before he took his first antibiotics. Mr. Garcia owned his own vineyard, and out of the 60,000 liters of wine he produced, he kept 3,000 per year for himself. Now, before we go on to our number 1 pick, if you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button and then click the YouTube bell next to subscribe to get notifications of more amazing videos. Number 1. Jean Clement. The longest confirmed human lifespan on record belongs to Jean Clement, who lived to the ripe old age of 122 years, 164 days. Jean Clement, born a year before Alexander Graham Bell patented his telephone, and 14 years before Alexander Gustav Eiffel built his tower. Clement ascribed her longevity and relatively youthful appearance to a diet rich in olive oil, which she also rubbed onto her skin. She also drank port wine and ate nearly 1 kilogram of chocolate every week. She smoked cigarettes from the age of 21 to 117. Jean married well and lived a life of leisure. She had no real health issues the majority of her life. She took up fencing at age 85 and continued to ride her bicycle up until her 100th birthday. She was reportedly not athletic or fanatical about her health. In 1888, Jean met Van Gogh. She was a 13-year-old girl in her father's fabric shop when he stopped in to buy canvas. Her lifespan has been extensively verified by census documents, and researchers have investigated her health and lifestyle. Jean Clement died on August 4, 1997, of unspecified causes. Thanks for watching. If you could think of any more 100-year-olds with crazy secrets for living a long life, let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to Top List for more top 10s like this one.